Today we are going to start our lecture number 2, chapter 2, data communication system and networking. So at first we have to recall something up from our previous lecture. From the previous lecture we learned that serial data transmission has three kinds. Okay, there are three types of serial data transmission. So one of them is asynchronous, synchronous and isochronous. So based on the synchronization, there are three types of serial data transmission method. Okay, so here is the first one, asynchronous. So what is the asynchronous data transmission system? So at first we have to draw a mobile phone to understand these things. So if I draw a device, this is our another device. So now if I want to transferring a data, like if I want to transfer A, so how can it transfer to one device to another device using asynchronous data transmission? So asynchronous data transmission is a kind of transmission who can transfer a data character by character. Okay, if you can remember that serial data transmission transferring the data bit by bit. Here asynchronous data transmission system can transfer a data as a character by character. Okay, if I transfer a data A to one device to another device, now we already know that the binary of the A is 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 and 1. So when we are going to transfer this data, so we need a block, we need a path, how, by which part it can be transferred. So here if I draw single cell for each of the bit, so it looks like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, here is 8 cells in this path. So now we are going to start to transfer this data using this 0. Okay, this is our first bit of this A. So here we placed here 0, after that we have 1, then we have 0 0 0 0 and 0, finally we have 1. So in this way the bit of A transferred to one device to another device. So that means here this is our first bit, what actually start to transfer from this device and they reached in this device. Then if I draw another cell for this A, when we are going to transfer A, now we need a start bit to transfer this data, because we can transfer many kinds of character, like after this A we can transfer L, we can transfer I, like we want to transfer Ali. Okay, that means we have to write A at first, then L, then I. So when we transfer this A, we need a start bit. It should be 0 or 1. We consider as 0. Here we consider as 1 as a start bit, as a stop bit. Here this is a start bit, so, and this is a stop bit. So okay, after this A we have to pass this L. That means after this A we have to pass this L. So L has also 8 bit of binary, like we consider this is the binary for L. So here if we can pass this A completely, after that we have to pass this L. Okay, so that means we need a start bit and stop bit to understand A already passed, then we have to transfer this L, right? Arana, do you understand these things?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means we need a start bit. It should be 1 or 2 bit as a start bit, and stop bit can be 1 or 2 bits of binary. So here after this A we have to pass this L. So that means we need a stop bit to understand that A already passed through this line. So asynchronous data transmission kind of transmission which can transfer a character by character data. Okay, that means the perfect example should be if I write anything to our computer, that means we can't type multiple character at a time. We can type one character at a time, like we can type A, after that we can type L, after that we can type I. So that means these kinds of transmission actually works character by character. Here there is no time limits, so and there is a no equal time. When a passed, after that a can be typed after 1 or 2 minutes, or I can be typed after 30 seconds. So there is a no fixed time in between them. So here we can pass character by character data using asynchronous data transmission system. So what is the synchronous data transmission system? So again, if I draw another device here for the synchronous data transmission, like this is our device, one device, and this is our another device. Now we want to transfer a message. So like we write here, I love Bangladesh. So now if I write I love BD in our message, then we want to transfer this data to this device, right? So here we need to store this data at first using asynchronous system. When we are going to write these kinds of message, so then we have to write one by one character, right? So here we write here using asynchronous data transmission. Now we have to send this data to other device. So that means here we need to make sure that every character transferred to the other device. So that's why we need something different here. So here I have to write a diagram. Okay, for an example, do you see the Olympic starting program? There,
Yes, sir.
there we see that many country participate there, and many kinds of team participate there. So here, there we see that every team when entered to the program, they are they entered using their national flag. After that, they have their coach, like they entered using their flag. After that, they have coach, then they have their teammates or the players, then they also have their coach or controller, and finally they also have their flag. So this is the way actually these kinds of message passed to one device to another device. We can call it is a block. This is a block data. Okay, so here we have to pass this block, and this block contain many character. Here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 character, right? Maybe we think that there is a 7 character, but actually we have 9 character, because we also have their space. Space is also a character. So there is a 9 character which we need to pass to one device to another device. So that we have to make sure that no character are missing to transfer from one device to another device. So that means we have to make sure something to transfer all the character to a block to another block. So here we need a flag. After that, we need a control field, then we need a data field, then we need another control field, finally we have a flag. So in this way, a block transferred to one device to another device. So asynchronous system actually passed character by character data, and synchronous data transmission actually passed a or actually transfer a block, and which block can contain many kinds of character, and the character limit is 80 to 132 character. Okay, so the lowest limit is 80 and the highest limit is 132. So after that, we have received this message and shown to our other device. So this is called the synchronous data transmission. So do you understand this synchronous system?
Yes, sir.
Okay, finally we have an isochronous system, and this is the combination of asynchronous and synchronous data transmission system. Okay, so how can it possible? If you received 3 messages at a time in your mobile phone, then how many times your mobile rang to your mobile? How many times you heard your mobile ring or SMS ringtone?
One time.
You already have 3 messages at a time. You must hear 3 times,
3 times, yeah.
right? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
now we receive many kinds of block. Here we have a 3 block, 1 2 3. We have received 3 blocks. So here the block transmitting system, this is a synchronous data transmission system where we can transfer block. Okay, but if I transfer one by one, so this is called the asynchronous system. Okay, asynchronous system transferred character by character, that means one by one they can transfer one by one. Here we sent 3 blocks and which block are transferred one by one. So that means we have the combination, the asynchronous and synchronous system, and this is called the asynchronous system. So do you understand this system?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we have to understand about the efficiency of data transmission system. So the topics is efficiency of data transmission system. So what is the efficiency? Efficiency actually indicates the data we passed or the data we transferred one device to another device and which data we received to the other device. That means when we are going to transfer any kinds of data, there is a possibility to lose our data. Like when we are receiving a video call, then sometimes the video call cuts many times in our calling, right? So here there is a data transmission loss, okay, which data we can't receive from the other side. Okay, so we have to find the efficiency from the data transmission system and of the device. So the symbol of the efficiency is eta. So this is called eta, and okay, eta is equals to real data divided by total data into 100%. So this is the theorem of efficiency of data transmission system. You can call it skill measurement of data transmission system as well. So here, so this is the actual law. So now for an example, there is a 2 devices. Now we pass 10 MB data from one device, 10 MB, and we received here 7 MB data. Now 10 MB. Now what is the efficiency of this device? So how can we measure this? So at first we have to use these kinds of theorems. So here eta is equals to, where real data is 7 MB, what we received, so 7 MB, and the total data is 10 MB into 100%. So you will get 70%. So the efficiency of this device is 70%. Okay, so now at first you have to understand the difference between smaller b and the capital B. So I would like to write this here. We already know 8 bit is equals to 8 bit, it is equals to 1 byte, and 1024 byte is equals to 1 kilobyte. Again 1024 kilobyte is equals to 1 megabyte, right? Also we have another formation of bit. Here we already know that 1000 gram is equals to 1 kilogram, 1 kg, as well as 1000 milliliter is equals to 1 liter. Okay, so at the same case 1000 bits is equals to 1 kilobit. Again 1000 kilobit is equals to 1 megabit. Again 1000 megabit is equals to 1 gigabit. Okay, here we have the smaller b, this is called bit, and the capital B indicates the byte. So if you have these kinds of unit, so you have to concern about this unit, because there is a different calculation in between smaller b and the capital B. So if you ask for, like, there is a like 5 megabit data you want to transfer, and there we received here like 316 kilobit data. So now you have to find the efficiency from this transmission system. So this is our question number 1 and this is our question number 2. So how can you find this answer? So here eta is equals to, so here we have the total data is 5 MB. So we have to convert it into bit. Okay, so here we have 5 MB. Now this is our existence, so we have to go in bit unit. So now if you want to go there, so 5 into, we have to multiplying those values which actually we have to go there. Okay, go to the bit. So that means we have 1000, so you have to multiply this with this 1000 into 1. So this one is not necessary for multiplying. Also we have 1000. So if you multiplying those value, you will get the total bits. Okay, again you have 316 kilobit. So this is your real data. So 316 is your bit kilobit data. So here we have in kilobit position, you have to go bit position. That means you have to multiplying this value with this 1000. So this is into 1000, so into 100%. So you will get the result of this transmission system. Okay, do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, our third question is, we passed or we transferred 7 megabyte data and we received here 2012 kilobyte data. We received here 2000 kilobyte data. Now what is the efficiency of this device? So now again we have to calculate eta is equals to, so our real data, our total data is 7 megabytes. So the position is there, right? So megabyte position. So we have to go in our bit position because we have a different unit. Okay, so you have to make sure the same unit when you are going to calculate the efficiency. So there the 7 MB is our actual, our real data, so we have to go the bit unit. So now when we want to go there, so you have to multiplying those value what we have. Okay, so here we have 1024, so 7 into 1024 into, we also have 1. We don't need to calculate this one because if we want to multiply anything with this one, so the result will remain same. So that means this is actually unnecessary to multiply those things. So here you have also 1024, so here we write 1024 into we again have 1, so we don't need this one, and finally we have this 8, so you have to multiply with this 8. So finally we need to find the real data. So our real data is 2012, so we write here 2012. So our position in kilobyte, so we have to go to the bit, so we have to multiply this with 1024 and this 8, so into 1024 and into 8 into 100%. So you can easily get, after calculating, you can easily get the ultimate result of the efficiency of this device. So this is the process how can you find any kinds of efficiency from the any kinds of data transmission system. So do you understand all the things?
Yes, sir.
So now the topic is data transmission mode. Data transmission mode. So what is the data transmission mode? So data transmission mode, actually there is 3 types of data transmission mode, and first one is simplex mode, second one half duplex, and the third one full duplex. So we have 3 kinds of data transmission mode. So here first one, simplex, means there is a communication when we can send data to one device to another device. That means we can send only sender to receiver, so receiver can't send the data backward to the sender. Okay, one-sided data transmission system. Okay, this is simplex data transmission where we can send only sender to receiver. And what is the half duplex mode? Like we have a two device, sender and receiver, you can call it sender and receiver, and we can transfer data sender to receiver and the receiver to sender also, but not at a time. Okay, like walkie-talkie works in this way, or when we are going to chat to our friends. So then at first we send any kinds of text to our friends, then we receive this one. So we can't send and receive at the same time, okay, in our mobile. So this is called the half duplex data transmission system. Or if you search anything to the internet, at first you have to send the data, and you after that you have to receive the data. You can't send and receive at the same time. Okay, so this is called the half duplex data transmission system, and the perfect example should be the walkie-talkie. Also walkie-talkie kind of device, and also we can call chatting system, and also you can call internet browsing. Those are works as a half duplex data transmission system. And what is the simplex data transmission? This is the example of keyboard to computer. This is a simplex data transmission system. We can transfer only keyboard to the computer, not we can't receive from the computer to the keyboard. Okay, so this is a simplex, and the half duplex is a both sides of data transmission system should be available, or should is possible to the half duplex, but not the same time. So full duplex is a method where we can send and receive all the data at the same time, like our mobile or telecommunication system. We can call when we call to our friends or others, we can send and receive at the same times when we used here full duplex data transmission mode. So this is the simplex, half duplex and full duplex transmission mode. So from these three we only have simplex, where we can only send the data. Okay, we can't receive the data. So this is called also simplex, as a we can call it data delivery mode also. Okay, because we only deliver the data where we don't receive any kinds of data. So this is called data delivery mode. Okay, so you can call the classification of simplex, or the classification of data delivery mode can be many types. One is unicast system. This is a kind of data delivery mode or kind of simplex system. So second, unicast, then anycast, three, broadcast, four, multicast, and five, geocast. So those are the data delivery mode. Geocast, we have many data delivery mode, but here we have 5 in our textbook, so that means we have to read just these 5. So unicast is a kind of system where we have a limitations of the sender and receiver number. Okay, so we have a one sender only and we have one receiver only. So this is called the unicast data transmission system. Like if you when we explain the simplex, we don't talking about the amount of people, sender and receiver. Okay, so here we talking about the sender and receiver number. Okay, we have only one sender and one receiver when we are using to when we are going to transfer the data. So this is called the unicast data transmission system. The perfect example should be same like keyboard and computer. Here one keyboard and we have one computer, we can send one keyboard to one computer. Okay, so this is called the unicast data transmission system. So what is the anycast? Where we have the one sender but we have many receiver. Okay, we have a number of receiver. So but only we transferred the nearest receiver and nearest and also active receiver only. Okay, this is called the anycast. If the first receiver remain inactive, then we have to pass our second receiver. Okay, so that means anycast means we can transfer any kinds of device. This is actually group, we can call it node. So node is a group of device. Okay, so we have a many group of device, so you can only transfer the nearest and the active node. So if this node is inactive, then you have to transfer the another nearest node, nearest and active node. So this is called the Anycast system. Okay, now the broadcast and multicast closely same, but the broadcast, the example is our television or radio, where we broadcasting the data, where we have sender and we have many receiver. Okay, all the receiver receiving the data from the sender at the same time and the same type of data. This is called the broadcasting system. And multicast system also we have many receiver, but here is the difference between broadcast and multicast is the sender is only one. Here no controller, we have no controller to control the data, but in this multicast system we have a controller to control the data. Like in our group video call, we have a multiple admin to control or end or start the video call data. So this is called the multicast system. And another hand, we have the broadcast system where we don't have any kinds of controller in between sender and receiver, and this is called the broadcasting. So geocast used in a geographical location, like if you transfer any kinds of data to the to any kinds of area, okay, any kinds of particular area. So like if you want transfer some data from BTV to our Sylhet, okay, or Marma or Garo. So if you transfer data to them only on those areas, so this is called the geocasting. Okay, geocast mean you have to transfer geographically in a fixed area. Okay, so this is called geocast. So this is the data delivery mode, which actually comes from the simplex data transmission system. So do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
আমাদের নেক্সট টপিকসটা হবে হচ্ছে ডেটা ট্রান্সমিশন মিডিয়া বা মাধ্যম বলতে আমরা যেটা বুঝি, আমরা কোন মাধ্যমে পাঠাবো, মানে তার মাধ্যম নাকি তারবিহীন মাধ্যম, সেগুলো নিয়ে আমি দেখাবো। ওকে, তাহলে বই থেকে এগুলো একটু ভালো করে পড়বা, এই ক্যালকুলেশনগুলো নিজে একটু করবা। আর হচ্ছে এখান থেকে আমরা যে লোকেশন মানে যে টপিকসগুলো পড়েছি, এর মধ্যে আমরা সিনক্রোনাইজেশনের ভিত্তিতে 3 প্রকার, অ্যাসিনক্রোনাস, সিনক্রোনাস এবং আইসোক্রোনাস পড়েছি। অ্যাসিনক্রোনাস ছিল ক্যারেক্টার বাই ক্যারেক্টার, সিনক্রোনাস ছিল ব্লক বাই ব্লক, অ্যান্ড লিমিটটাও বলে দিয়েছি আমরা 80 থেকে 132টা ক্যারেক্টার থাকতে পারে একটা ব্লকে। আর আইসোক্রোনাস ছিল অ্যাসিনক্রোনাস এবং সিনক্রোনাসের সমন্বিত একটা রূপ, যেটা কম্বিনেশন হয়ে যেটাকে সেন্ড করে। এবং এফিসিয়েন্সি শিখেছি, যেখানে রিয়েল ডেটা বাই টোটাল ডেটা 100% ছিল, এবং কিভাবে কোন ইউনিটে থাকবে সেটা আমরা বলে দিয়েছি। এক ইউনিট থাকলে সমস্যা নাই, ডিফারেন্ট ইউনিট থাকলে আমরা একটা ফিক্সড একটা ইউনিটে নিয়ে দেন আমরা ক্যালকুলেশনটা করব। আর ডেটা ট্রান্সমিশন মোড আমরা 3 প্রকার বলেছি, সিমপ্লেক্স, হাফ ডুপ্লেক্স অ্যান্ড ফুল ডুপ্লেক্স। যেখানে সিমপ্লেক্স ছিল একমুখী, হাফ ডুপ্লেক্স ছিল দ্বিমুখী, তবে একবার সেন্ড একবার রিসিভ, এবং ফুল ডুপ্লেক্স ছিল একই সাথে সেন্ড এবং রিসিভ করতে পারে। আর যেহেতু সিমপ্লেক্স শুধুমাত্র সেন্ড করে, তাই এটাকে আমরা ডেটা ডেলিভারি মোডও বলতে পারি। ডেলিভারি মোডের মধ্যে আমরা 5 ধরনের দেখেছি, এটা 5 প্রকার বলা ঠিক হবে না, কারণ আরও অনেক ধরনের রয়েছে। সো ইউনিকাস ছিল একজন থেকে একজন, অ্যানিকাস ছিল একজন থেকে অনেকগুলো গ্রুপ আছে, কাছের সক্রিয় গ্রুপের কাছে পাঠাবে। ব্রডকাস্ট ছিল একজন থেকে অনেকজনের কাছে সেম টাইপের ডেটা পাঠাবে, যেখানে কন্ট্রোলার নাই। বাট মাল্টিকাস্টে যেমন ভিডিও কল বা অন্যান্য জায়গায় গ্রুপ কলে কন্ট্রোলার থাকে, সেটা ছিল মাল্টিকাস্ট। আর জিওকাস্ট ছিল একটা নির্দিষ্ট জিওগ্রাফিক্যাল লোকেশনে যদি আমি কোনো ডেটা পাঠাতে চাই, সেটা ছিল জিওকাস্টিং। ওকে, সো এই ছিল আজকের ক্লাসে। আজকের ক্লাস তাহলে এই পর্যন্তই। নেক্সট ক্লাস শুরু হচ্ছে ইনশাল্লাহ আগামী সোমবার। ওকে, টিল দেন আল্লাহ হাফেজ।